Hello, my beautiful soul family. Rebecca here, your vibe mentor, bringing you another video on how to raise your vibration so you can live your best life. And let me just reiterate, you absolutely are my soul family. If you are here, if you show up for these videos, please do make sure that you subscribe so that you get notified of each upcoming video, because we are a community here and we are a family and we want you to be part of the family. So I do not make a mistake when I say I love you, my soul family. Please come join us. We are the New Earth construction team, and so we got to connect. We got to stay connected so that we can support each other on this beautiful journey. All right, so let's talk today about what it means to give your power away. And I think it's become more popular, more commonly spoken about, that people generally understand that when we don't take responsibility for our lives or for what we create, we have given our power and authority away to others. If we blame our ex, if we blame our boss, if we blame the government, if we blame the system, we have given our power away and we have no ability to impact change. So generally, that's what most people mean when they say don't give your power away or take your power back, things of that nature. It is owning your creative manifestation ability and owning that what you are experiencing is a result of your internal environment. And by taking responsibility for it, even when it's not yours, you have put yourself in the position of highest authority and power in that situation to be able to impact change. So we're going to just kind of put that on the shelf. That's what everybody talks about. What I want to talk about is taking that to the next level. When we own our creative abilities, we own our manifestation gifts, that we recognize that taking authority or taking power over, taking responsibility over our current situation puts us in the seat of power and authority. Now, when we know something at a cognitive level, at a prefrontal cortex level, we can say it. I'm taking my power back. I'm taking responsibility for my life. But there is a process that we go through when we hear something, we know it to be true, we trust the resonance of truth in our body. Sometimes if it doesn't quite feel right, the body will clench up, it'll get a little bit tight. If you're having that untrue thought, you will feel the discourse in your body. But if you are hearing truth, you will feel good. You will feel the yes, the full body yes is that open, yeah, that's right, it makes sense, something clicks, oh, that's the missing piece, I get it, I've been searching for that, aha, I knew it, right? That's the kind of feeling that you'll get in your body. So when you say, I'm taking my power back, does it feel like lip service, or does it feel like I'm taking my freaking power back? Right? Do you feel it at a core cellular level? So we go from knowing it in the prefrontal cortex and understanding it and feeling the response of, yeah, I get that, it makes sense, to, no, I know this. There is such a deep knowing that I know that I know that I know that I know. You cannot take that away from me. This is the power and authority that I want to talk about today. So when we hold something as having power and authority outside of us, whether it's God, divine source, creator, universe, whatever word you want to use, whether it's entities, whether it's negative thought patterns, whether it's bad bosses or toxic exes, or a house that's falling down to the ground, whatever we want, our community, our government, we can blame anything outside of us. But when we say, I'm taking responsibility for that, and I hold ultimate power and authority over what gets to play in my life, and we feel that at a core cellular level, then we start to vibrate and emanate that power and authority. And so this becomes especially important when we are putting up boundaries and we are determining who gets to be in our life. And that can be a physical who, or that can be a spiritual who. I feel like I'm talking about Cindy Lou in the Who's right now. But we get to say, I am the ultimate authority. I am a sovereign being, and I get to say what energy plays in my life, what energy gets to engage in my aura. I get to determine where the boundaries are in my life. I get to determine that my house is a safe space. And no matter who I speak to or what entities they may be dealing with, there is no open door here, and you are not welcome. and I hold the connection to the Creator. And therefore, I determine whether or not this environment will be penetrated by any energy. And if you follow me for a while, you'll know that generally my energy is pretty soft, that I consider my position to be a loving, sort of nurturing mother figure to help those who have experienced trauma to heal, to be that positive mirror, to be a reinforcement, to be a supporter, a cheerleader, a lover, an encourager. But there is a boundary that is necessary for all of us. That we may be designed to be a healer, to be a lover, to be a mother type. We may be really soft, may be really kind. Likely most of you here are. You have a good, pure heart that was just hurt. And so when we peel back the layers of the trauma and the pain, our natural softness and vulnerability, look for that video coming next, gets to emerge. But what's required to keep that safe is that we show up for ourselves by creating a safe place, by being our own safe place, by being assertive and having the recognition of my connection to the most powerful energy in the universe. The source of all that is created is on my side and has created me to be a very powerful being here to do big things on earth. And therefore, in order to do that, I must protect and I must be strong. And maybe sometimes I might even be assertive, especially when it comes to negative energy that wants to enter my life. And this is what I'm here to talk to you about today. Taking your power back doesn't just mean taking responsibility for your life and taking ownership over what we've created so that we can create something new, but it really means to stand firm with 2 feet planted firmly on Mother Earth and saying, I am a child of the Most High God, of the Creator. You cannot touch me. And there becomes a level of embodiment to the power that you have been gifted that is far beyond just taking responsibility for your life. That nothing can touch you when you understand who you are, who created you, who loves you, who protects you, and the authority that you have been given to determine who gets the privilege of being in your energy. Now, for many years, I had sleep paralysis. I was in that toxic relationship. I was in my beautiful dream home. I could not understand why, when I moved into that home, did I start to struggle with such dark energies. And it just so happened that it coincided that, I had gotten married and gotten pregnant and moved into my dream home. And those were kind of the 3 factors that apparently were required to officiate that I had been locked down. There was no escaping. And then the real monster of the energy came out. And what I learned over the years of struggling with that demon that would literally put its hand on my throat and choke me, that moment where you felt like I'm awake, but I'm asleep, I'm in bed, but I can't move, and the darkness, the heaviness that would come over me, I could not understand. I'm a good person. I'm trying to do the right thing. How is this getting to me? And really, at the end of the day, even that was coming from me. There was the torment of, is this energy right? Is this energy wrong? Do I respond in kind and be nasty and aggressive back? Do I play victim and cry and say, what's wrong with you? Why won't you treat me right? Do I stay? Do I go? The torment, it's a mental process. Everything's mental. The veil is mental. Ascension is mental. It is all created within us. And it was when I took my power and authority back to end the relationship, to leave that home, and to stand up for myself, to show up for myself, to put up boundaries and say, I'm not dealing with you as a person in my life, but I'm not dealing with toxicity in my life. I'm not dealing with the energy of toxicity in any way, shape, or form, whether it comes from an ex-husband or my child. The boundaries are very firm. This home is a safe place, and it is protected angelically and by the divine himself, he, she, it, they, them. Because I have owned my power and ability, my authority to call in that protection, to create a bubble of love, which I hesitate to use that term because it was given to me by the ex, but you know what? It works because, and I've talked about this in other videos, that protection, when we're pushing against, we're creating the bubble, the white light bubble, that's a pushing, right? So there's a resistance in that, and what you resist persists. But when we love and we say, this house is only a place for love, this house will remain safe and pure, a landing pad for me and my children, whoever choose to remain in light and in love. That is an emanation of love. There is no resistance or pushing there. It is an overflow of healing, an overflow of health, an overflow of creation, an overflow of abundance. And that by default, because negative energy wants to polarize to the negative, they will run away because it is too loving here. And if they come too close, they'll be pulled towards the light, which is the opposite of what they want. All right, so own your power and authority, not just taking responsibility, not just committing to learning about healing trauma so that you can manifest your life purpose and abundance in your life. Yes, all of that is the initial steps, but the goal is to get to that place where you know it, you feel it, you emanate it. It's not even a question. It happens by default. You walk with confidence through your life, saying, I know who I am, and I know who I belong to, and you cannot touch me. Okay. Feel it in your body. Feel the resonance at a soul, cellular core level, but apparently the soul level wants to be spoken as well. Feel it, embody it, ingrain it, know it at such a deep level it cannot be shaken. Get out of your head, because when we think about things, we're mulling it over, we're questioning it. It's like torture, right? The veil is a perspective. Choose the positive perspective. We are told, I think it is the Bible that tells us to think about only good things, because that's what we're creating. So when we recognize the full body, yes, the discernment, the confirmation, yes, this is true. I have been given this high level of power and authority over my life, and who gets to play in it. That's it. That's enough of the thinking. The brain has done its job. Then we just drop into the body and feel the feeling of hell yes, for lack of a better term. I think this also came up when I was manifesting something recently, and just recognizing that we go from a thought, right? So our conscious mind is also the creative mind. We can dream up, where do I want to go? What do I want to manifest? Who do I want in my life? And so we go from thinking, yes, it's possible, to speaking, yes, I want this, to a partial belief, yeah, I think I can manifest. I'm pretty sure. I know. I've been told this, right? This is all precognitive thinking. And then we move into the ingraining at a core cellular level where we feel it, right? And I can feel the success of these current initiatives knocking on my doorstep, chasing me down. I have commanded this in my life. I know it beyond a shadow of a doubt. It is happening. In fact, it's already done. And there is that's a perfect example when you can feel it is already done. Positive or negative, just looking for that example of what it feels like when you know it to be true. Use that as your example, even if it's negative. I know, I know that my child just spilled that milk on the floor. There is no question about that. There is no changing it, right? Feel that feeling in your body, like, yep, pretty 100% certain. No, there's no changing it, right? That's what we're looking for. So when you think about entrainment or calibration, When we find one thing that resonates in the body similar to the other thing that we're trying to create, it gives us a benchmark. It gives us a physical response to say, okay, now I know what that feels like. And this is how I recalibrate to that similar feeling on this other topic. I'm getting a little complex, and if you want to know more about that, I go into great detail in the course. You got to check that out. But take your power and authority back. You are the decider. You are the ultimate authority of what energy gets to play in your life. Start commanding it. Okay? I love you guys. Please do like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you leave me an emoji comment because it's really helpful for the YouTube algorithm. I really appreciate all of you that have been doing that. It's amazing. So grateful for you and our beautiful community and family. I look forward to the day when the new Earth construction team gets together and we all can see each other in person and have big giant hugs and share lots of love. All right, make sure that you click this button to subscribe. Otherwise, this video is picked just for you. Okay? I love you, my friends. Namaste.